Right.
But there's this big news that came out today. There's a couple hours ago. PlayStation will not be at E3 2020. So they officially tweeted it out today. So I'll go over we just talked about regurgitated news. Here's the actual article from gamesindustry.biz. Christopher Dring writes, PlayStation will miss E3 for the second year in a row. The firm told GameIndustry.biz that it does not feel the vision for the event is right for what it has planned for this year. Here's a quote. After a thorough evaluation, SIE has decided not to participate in E3 2020, said a Sony Interactive Entertainment spokesperson. We have great respect for the ECA, which is the E3 body, as an organization, but we do not feel the vision of E3 2020 is the right venue for what we're focused on this year. We will build upon our global event strategy in 2020 by participating in hundreds of consumer events across the globe. We have a fantastic lineup of titles coming in PlayStation 4, and with the upcoming launch of PlayStation 5, we are truly looking forward to a year of celebration with our fans. So just another year. It seems like if this year they're also not... Because the idea was, okay, they're skipping last year because they're getting ready to promote PS5.
Right.
Now it's the time to promote PS5, and they're saying still, hey, we're good. So is there more to be reaped when you actually promote your own event and own your when you do your promotional like live event on your own, just promoting PS5?
It's a bit strange. Like, you think like Nintendo is the first people to like pull out of doing a press conference, right?
Right?
But they're still a big part of E3. They do their presentation, then they do their treehouse, which gets tons of press, even though it's its own press. And then, like, they're still on the floor. This makes it sound like PlayStation is not on the show floor.
Because last year they were not, so it seems like the same deal this year.
To me, this, like, last year, skip a year, but this doesn't make sense when you're launching a console.
You're right. So does that show that the idea or the influence that E3 has is waning, or there's just the same amount of influence you can have by hosting your own event? We have the same analogy or like the similar through line that I think of is Valve with Half-Life Alyx. They just tweeted that shit out of the blue and then did another not even event. They just, here's the trailer. And that's a big announcement to not be at the Game Awards or to not be at E3. They just tweeted it out and had the same coverage. So is there more clout with just being on the internet and just revealing something, having a live event?
I wish I knew. Like, it's so tough to say. But the nice thing about E3 is like even non-gamers or very light gamers know what E3 is. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I knew, like, with my ex, like, she didn't know shit about games, but she knew when E3 rolled around, I was locked in a fucking closet for a week, for a couple of days.
That's why she took she understood. It's like, leave them alone.
So
that's the thing. But times are changing, right? And so, Xbox they haven't announced they're going to leave. They took over that spot last year that PlayStation left. So I wonder if this is just another kind of it's showing how the industry is changing and how E3 doesn't have its same weight, or not even that. It's just that you can also produce your own amount of excitement just hosting your own event on your own.
I mean, it's kind of a certain degree of what's the point. Like, E3 used to be a fight for shelf space. It was, let's get into Toys R Us. Right. Let's push the other guy off the shelf.
And now, digital is so big now with digital games. Yeah. You still have to have a relationship with these retailers to actually sell your consoles, but a lot of them are choosing not to sell them directly to the consumer, selling them online. So I don't know. It's just getting a bit more. It's more murky, but it's still not E3's dead. It's just stuff's changing, I guess. Yeah. But So
I think it is possible in the next 10 years for E3 to all the way die.
I agree with that. It's a good, well, maybe in the sense that it's a big fanfare for people to arrive, and as long as they keep selling tickets, that's a big deal for consumers or just general fans to be able to walk the show floor, see what's there. If there's money to be made, I imagine they would keep doing that. Right, but as far as console manufacturers or like these big companies, they'll decide like, hey, it's not worth the money for us to invest in it, to be there, to promote stuff, to premiere stuff. But the idea of us waiting for E3 to be the big hub of news, I think that's going to start changing now.
And also PAX has kind of taken some of its place.
Yeah, PAX. And they have, 4 events now, or at least in the U.S.?
More than 4.
Yeah. Because they have, I know there's an Australia one, there's like these other big ones. And yeah.